kind of nice, you know. You know, these are built well. It's good for maybe fishing too. But it still seems like it would wax cargo capacity, weight capacity. Let's see what the specs say. So it has a total weight capacity of 400, 318. The width, show me. The width is 34, so it's pretty wide. Um, so it might not be too bad, but it's pretty pricey. So, and they have more. So let's move on to the next. I looked at these, some of these, and but let's just get to the one I thought might make the most sense. It's a brand called Nukunu. And they have a fairly open platform. You can check out their website and YouTube. They have a 10 foot that's $14.99 new. It weighs 63 pounds. And it kind of gives you, you know, what it's geared more towards. They have a flint, which is the widest point of the F10 it says is 39 inches, 10 feet. So it has a wide stance. It's 10 foot, but wide stance. The flint is 33 inches wide and 11 and 3 inches long. So the difference between these two is, for example, the skinnier ones want to go through the water better, as opposed to the 10 footer. 10 footers are going to be more maneuverable. I think the weight capacity is a little higher on the 10 footer. And let's see, 60, they weigh the same. And the flint is a little cheaper, $1,200, $1,500. So brand new. Moving up to, well, it kind of tells you compact, stable, rivers, easy to transport, motors. You can mount motors to it. Rivers, lightweight, junior anglers, nimble, grab and go, gear pod. So, you know, it's pretty good. So they're basically the same weight. These are built pretty solid, so they're not cheap. They're cheaply built. Frontier 12, 41 inches wide, 12 feet long. So they're pretty wide. This one says that it has a weight capacity of, I guess, 700 pounds. And I think based on people who've owned them, they clarified that it does have that kind of weight capacity. So I'll have to double check on the 10 foot versus the 12 foot, but it does seem that it has a substantial amount of more weight, almost double. But it does weigh 80 pounds, and it does cost $1,700 without tax and shipping, unless you have a retailer near you, if you're planning to boat hunt from a kayak or something. Then there's the Unlimited, which is 12.6 and 41 inches wide. It's a little bit heavier, but the weight capacity does not seem to be as high as the Frontier 12, which I don't know. They come in different colors and stuff, and you know, I'll go over that. But then you have the Pursuit, which is 35 inches wide and 13 and 6 feet long. And it kind of gives you, you know, like, for example, which one's better for stability, which one's better for speed. Of course, this one's good for speed. I think the Flint is pretty good for speed or portability. You know. But speed, this one apparently is, the hull and everything about it is designed for speed. Portability is kind of small, so I guess it's 85 pounds. It's the heaviest one. Seating options. Seating options for Unlimited apparently is really good and stuff. So weight capacity for some reason is not as high as the Unlimited or the Frontier 12. I don't know why, but nevertheless, it's not. Okay. So let's go look at the models. Okay, the F10 This is one I found used that kind of a previous model. It don't have the rubber. It's the hole and everything's pretty much designed the same, but it don't have these rubber or whatever it is pieces in it. It still looks the same. It looks plastic. But it's a sit on top. It's very stable. It's portable, maneuverable. Overall, pretty good. Good design. Propulsion, you can use a pedal, a bow mount motor, a torpedo motor, outboard, EPS. So it has pretty good a lot of options. So you can put a motor on it. It says it has a max weight of 500 pounds. Self-bailing cap, 350 pounds. Max power, you can get a 2.5 horsepower outboard. I mean, you could probably put more than that, but it's probably not recommended due to the amount of weight that those engines tend to weigh and having that much weight towards the rear. So, that may be why, I don't know. Apparently you can seat too, which I did not know, but apparently it says that you can do that. So, I guess due to the weight capacity, it is possible. They give you some ideas of options and stuff. The main reason I like this one is because it's so open and customizable. It's like a canoe slash kayak slash john boat in the form of a kayak, basically. And has high weight capacity as well, which is kind of what I need for my situation. It just makes the most sense to me. You can pack it on top of a car. It's got high weight capacity. You can mount a motor to it. You're not sitting down in it. It's very stable. It just seems to make the most sense to me. It's not the cheapest, but it works. They also have, I wanted to point out the Flint, which is another one I looked at. Not so much this car, but it's very similar. It's a little narrower, but it can, which means, and it's a little longer, so it would be better. It says dominates rivers, which is probably good reason to believe that, due to its whole design and everything. So river fishing and everything like that, says dominates rivers. Gives you a general idea. So looks very, very appealing for that. If you like to river fish or something. Fish with confidence. Different design or different colors. This one's 1200. You can get here's the Honda outboard motor, 2.3. They have this extended handle that you can use. Looks very interesting. You have a bow mounted trolling motor, you can get. This one here, it's called a Motor Guide XI3. I looked at it. This one is, I don't know, it's pretty expensive. I think it's like almost $800. But these other type of motor options, let's see here. They get like a lot more expensive. This Honda motor, for example, you can get a Suzuki, a Mercury, a variety of different ones, even a cheap one from Amazon if you want, which I don't recommend. You just want to make sure that the shaft's not too long and it's not too heavy, for one. But for a kayak. But anyway, so this is that one. Max weight is 375 pounds. It's not weight in addition to your weight, it's including your weight. So if you weigh 180, 200 pounds or more, you gotta subtract that from the max weight. I mean, maybe you can put more. Usually, it's a most companies will put a conservative spec, or even they'll exaggerate it. This one, based on reviews and people who've owned it and everything, uh, it's true. It's made in the United States. It's, you know, you get what you're paying for. Getting what they're saying, basically. So you say you weigh 200 pounds, that gives you 175 pounds of gear, and you can carry camping gear plus harvested deer, So whatever you plan to do, you pay more for something with more. So the 12 foot, basically the same thing, which is probably a popular one for a lot of people. It does have a higher weight capacity. It's longer, so it's going to track better. And another thing about the seat, the Flint don't have it, the cheapest one, but you can get it, but it's not really recommended because it sets you up a little high, so it can make it a little tippier because it is a little narrower. It's still wide for what it is, but it's not as wide as the other ones. But like the 10 foot, the 12 foot, the Unlimited, and I think the Pursuit, the last one they have, you can get a 360 seat. So if you're fishing, you can do a complete, like on a John boat or something. In this kayak is stable. They call it new canoe because it's got kind of a hybrid. It's a cross between the design of a canoe and the design of a kayak. So it's kind of a hybrid. Comes in these different colors here. Again, you can look at it yourself if this interests you. Max weight of 650 pounds. Self-bailing cap of 400. It weighs 80 pounds, 41 inches wide, 12 feet. It weighs 80 pounds, so if you're going to put it on a car, just know it's going to be 80 pounds and it's going to be 12 foot long and 41 inches wide. And you're going to have to take the seat off. So I think this is without the seat. So, but if you're going to put it in the back of a truck or on a trailer or something like that, in the back of a van, sticking out of it. And it shows you different options. You can actually put up to 3 seats, apparently. You get 2 Fusion, they call it a Fusion 360, the triple seat setup. And then there's this other type of seat. Again, you can look at their website if you're interested and look more at what you want. And then you can YouTube it and see what you like. I found a used one, 10 footer Frontier. I don't know what year it is. It's the same color as this one, except 10 foot. Same design, except for they put like a rubber resistant mat on this part, this design here. But the one I'm looking at don't have that. It's the same color, same design, you just don't have that rubber part there, which you could probably do yourself if you're handy enough. You probably find something to put on there to create the same effect. If you buy a used one that don't have it. Hunting, let's see what they got for hunting. They have accessories, which is another thing I like about this one. They have, and they got videos and stuff that kind of go over that. I'm not going to do all that. Here's the Flint. The guy's bow hunting with that one. I think I've watched this video before. But, these ones, because they're kind of open, you can put a buck in there, and, So, and they have there's plenty of references here. Let's go and look at the Mazio. This is what I like about it, but, they're a little bit more expensive, but you can get it with camo, like this, Mazio. It's a little pricey, but you can get it. You have to get only the Frontier 12 and the Unlimited.